Okay, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Podcast episode 1. Here we go, guys. You asked for it, and here is the conversation with Riyaad Isaacs. And this is part 2 of the video. So I have no idea what I'm doing. This is my first podcast, so we're just gonna freestyle it here and see what happens and take it from there. Riyaad, welcome.
Yes. Thanks. Happy to be here.
Lekker.
Always a pleasure doing business with you.
Okay, nice. So now we're going to talk about, let's just jump straight into it. HRX, what's the latest? The car's now gone away for something.
Well, the car's being prepped now for Killarney for the 2nd of March, which is the Honda HRX.
So you've got the extra body panels on now.
The
gear ratios are going to be changed.
So for Killarney versus Saldanha, we actually put the car in 2 different type of trims. The one would be a more streetable type of trim, which would be Saldanha. Then when we switch over to drags, we'd actually make the car a lot lighter.
Okay.
So we have an extra set of doors, which are
wind. Give me a second.
So for Killarney, we actually put on more fiberglass panels. Obviously to lighten it so we can get a quicker ET, a quicker quarter-mile time, As everyone knows,
there was an old guy that told me years ago, I don't know his name, he was in the top end days, way back in the day. They used to call him Doc. He was Doc. And he was telling me he was a really clever guy. He had a few degrees, but he was from the racing scene.
Yes.
And he used to say back in the day, the more weight you have for the top end stuff, it can aid you because it's the momentum that carries you.
No, Doc is a very intelligent guy. I know him personally.
Oh, is it?
He's a doctor. Also.
Oh, is it? Okay.
He's a medical practitioner, a GP. So
that
was intelligent.
Yeah.
What he told you is the truth.
So in this case, then, for the quarter mile, the lightweight is where you want to be.
Because the distance is so short, you don't need a lot of weight to help you with momentum over the longer distance. Whereas the longer distance, I prefer also more weight as a driver of the car because
it's more stable.
It helps with stability as the speed picks up. Yeah.
Okay. So quarter mile, but what people want to know about you is top end stuff. That's really where the buzz is at the moment. Because 19 seconds over 800 meters. That's a 19.8, was it? 19.6. Okay, I should have known this. To do my research. 19.6, fastest front wheel drive NA car ever there, over that distance. Fastest front wheel drive NA car, quickest and fastest.
Yeah.
So top speed 238.
238.
Yeah. Fastest ever there. What does it feel like doing 238 in a car that weighs that little? Over that short distance.
I can't tell you when I'm going through my 4th gear. I'm actually starting my pace. To be honest with you, it's a bit scary. The car is a very short wheelbase.
Yes.
So you tend to feel a lot in the car. The fact that the car is lighter also plays part in it.
Yeah.
So
I think what for something like that, 238. I've done 238 in a single seater race. Got 242, and it didn't feel that bad. But you got downforce. The car's meant for that. But when you're pushing the envelope, especially in a class, like there's no other front drive in a car that's even close to what you're doing at the moment. So if you're that far ahead of the pack, then you're starting to push certain limits and certain boundaries, and then scary shit can happen.
Yeah, no, it is. In fact, in my 2nd race on the day, a lot of people don't know this, but I'll put it out there. In my 2nd race of the day, when I was actually considering taking off before I went into 5th gear, because I felt the car was sort of making its own direction.
Just wandering the car.
Yes. Yeah. So basically, what I would do is when the speed is picking up quite lekker, I'll say, then I would need to almost like counter the car just to know that I do have some of control.
And you've got to anticipate the counter.
Yes.
Because you can't react to it.
Yes, you can't.
You've got to kind of feel
you
that.
Just feel, the car is still in his lane. It's quite scary. It's quite scary.
And how fast are we going with that run that you want to back off?
I was finishing 4th gear, going into 5th, so I was about 210, 200
But that wasn't the record breaking run.
No, it was about 210 before I had to go 5th gear. So I'm going over there 5th gear at quite a.
So this gearbox is going to get changed now for the
No, it's the same gearbox. The exact same box. Because obviously we use the drag slicker is a lot bigger than the street tire. So it manages to take us over there at late 4th gear.
Okay.
400, yeah.
Okay.
Very late time actually.
But that's fine then.
Yeah, no,
that's fine.
If
you're at the bottom of 4th or middle of 4th, or you've got to quickly change 4th, then it's a problem. But if you can run 4th gear,
out there,
then it's fine.
Yeah.
So, some of the questions the guys want to know is from the front of the car straight to the back. I left some of the specs in the video, but that was a very short video. It wasn't time. So, front of the car, what tires are you running on this car?
Are we talking about Saldanha specifically?
Okay, let's do both.
We're talking Saldanha specifically. I actually ran this event with Toyo semi-slicks.
Okay.
The R
So
street legal tires, normal semi-slicks, I'd say. R888 Toyos.
Okay, and the theory that we've spoken about this to death, myself and the guys, but you definitely do need a little bit of wheel spin at Saldanha.
Yeah, I can't avoid it.
But the thing is, do you find that your speed is higher when you wheel spin more? Because that's one of the theories that you want to get the speed of the wheels up, so that the distance then stays the same, versus getting the speed up and the distance is then shorter.
Yes.
So a little bit of wheel spin does. So you don't ideally want to get the car hooked up there.
Yeah, look, you can't debate it. It's debatable. If I could put the power down immediately, that would be the best thing. However, I can't, so it's very difficult on the front wheel drive.
And the entire time you're getting little bits of wheel spin.
If you look at Killarney, for example, you can get near perfect traction on Killarney. So on Killarney at the moment, I hit the highest speeds of 200 k's. Which
over 400 meters.
Over 400
you can't do that at Saldanha, can you?
And you can't do that at Saldanha.
Okay.
It's difficult. I haven't seen the data of Saldanha in terms of the 400 and the 600.
That would be useful though, wouldn't it?
That would be useful to me.
Yeah, if you could literally back to back go, okay, this is what I can do here at Killarney over 400 meters. What can I do there over 400 meters, and then sort of work it back.
Yeah, you could do that. I was actually trying to get hold. Well, I didn't try hard enough. To get hold of that information. But anyways, the 238 made me happy enough.
Of course. So how far is second place behind you?
Second place, I think was, let me just think, it was another car that we put together. Another car.
Here's the plug, eh?
So it was a B20 VT, also CRX, which, he did 211.
Wow.
He did 211.
That's a big gap, eh?
Yeah, it's quite a margin.
Do you think there's other guys now that want to come after you or what? Is there any talk of that?
I'm sure there will always
because be. the four-cylinder, Niaz did a four-cylinder thing a while ago, and there was a lot of competition in that class.
Yes.
So, and you were part of that class.
Yes.
So now this has happened. Surely the other guys are thinking, yeah, we need to.
They need to buckle up and try it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there is one or two guys that are in the group that are actually looking. We were speaking last week, in fact, about it. They are looking to chase it.
Okay.
I hope they persevere. They can possibly get. There's nothing possible. I mean, I did it. I'm sure someone else can do it.
So here's let's get straight to the, like I did with JP. Let's get to the easy question. Nos, what's the story with you and Nos?
Yo, that is
Have you ever run Nos in that car?
I have no idea what Nos is really about. I've never ever. I don't even think I had it in my hand, to be honest with you. I've seen that's a solenoid. I've obviously seen nitrous tanks, what it look like. I've seen it by Riyaad, in fact, the first time I met Little to Clinic a couple of years ago.
But you don't fit it on your customers' cars either?
I've never ever installed nitrous on any of my clients' cars. There's in fact a couple of guys that through the years did ask me, look here, they feel like they want to fit nitrous on their car. Then I would sit them down and I'd tell them, look here, this is a Honda engine. There is so many ways of getting power out of this thing. And you can have it every day on tap, anywhere, anytime. Why would you want the artificial? type of thing. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? And I convinced him.
Okay.
And then they opt actually, okay,
So,
it actually makes sense. Let's go that route.
I heard rumors that your car was stripped at some stage to check for NOS.
Yes. That's another story. That's another story.
So the truth is coming out now, folks. Stay tuned for the truth after the break. Okay, there's no break, I'm just joking.
We're doing it right. We're doing it right.
No, we're doing fine.
Anyways, yeah, that story, how that came about was, so Saldanha 2017, the main event of West Coast Racing. We went down, I did a 235 in fact. I did 235.
When was this now?
This was 2017.
Okay.
This was 2017. Okay, I'm going to go with my own mind here with this theory of mine. I did 235.
But there was a big jump from the time before that,
yes,
wasn't it?
the time before that I was on 216 or something like that.
Yeah.
But I had some issues. I wasn't in a race that year, just 2016. I wasn't really in a race. Then I thought, you know what? My car's not ready. My car's not right. I have head gasket issues. But you know what? I'll go, man. I'm not there to. I'm just gonna go. With experience.
Yeah.
The guys who are with me, they enjoy the day out. There's a bit of pride. It's also a bit of a social gathering for the guys. That's sort of that we like the crew or whatever.
Yeah.
And I had head gasket issues on the day. I drove. I took one run. My heat gauge is going up. I thinking, yo. Okay, I'm gonna come back down. I had 2 liters of water, not even like a cup, no. Like 2 liters. I was standing.
Well, the rest of the water's gone.
I don't ask me to explain. Don't ask me to explain. So I have 2 liters of water in there. Yeah, so that was 216 in the year 2016. Between 2016 and 2017, Saldanha. I did a couple of upgrades in terms of sorting the engine out. I did a lot of development in terms of intake designs.
We know about the
manifolds
intake
I had.
design.
Yeah, I had about I had 4 different setups on the car. In intake manifold wise, I had 4 different branch manifolds on there of different designs.
And testing each one to see.
Yes.
So before we go on there, so do you test to see what makes the most power, the most torque? Because also off the dyno is a totally different ball game too on the dyno.
I look mainly at yes, we look at the numbers, but the shape of it is obviously as important as the number.
Yeah.
So between 2016 and 2017 we went as far as the amount of dyno hours. I think that car is well over 200 dyno pulls on it.
Which dyno is this now?
This is Mace.
Okay.
Mainly Mace in Turkey, Epping as well. I've been to
Herman and the guys.
Yeah, Herman, yeah.
Okay.
I've been to Z-Line also a couple of times. He also assisted me.
Okay.
So I've been. They can tell you that car took quite a beating over a few years. And 2016 to 2017 was the core of the development of the engine in that car. So I spent a lot of R&D time in it. A lot of fuel testing. I went from normal pump fuel with NF to alcohol level fuels now with it. So that's all.
And what fuels is it running now?
It's currently on methanol.
Please can you explain the difference to methanol, ethanol? But first finish what you're saying, because I'm too lazy to look it up and you here now.
Yeah, we can get to that. Yeah, so a lot of development went into it between 2016 and 2017, Saldanha. And that's where, fortunately, we got good results.
So the jump, so now we're getting back to the original story. So the jump was 2016 to 15.
To 16.
216 to 235.
To 235, 2017.
And then, what happened to the stripping then?
The stripping of the car.
Yeah.
2016 the car.
Somebody protested, we don't have to mention names.
Yeah. 2016 the car was actually still a full strip legal car. So I had the seats in, everything. The car was a complete car. I basically could drive the car to Saldanha. Did I drive to Saldanha? No. I didn't drive.
But you could if you need.
If I wanted to, I could, yeah. I just chose the luxury route of Saldanha.
It's much better that way.
So, then the trim 2017, I went the trim that I currently am in. The exact same trim, except I never had the snorkel yet out of the bonnet.
Yeah, the snorkel's new.
The snorkel was 2018, basically. Yeah, so.
No, but you're not getting to the car getting stripped by the.
Oh, you
yeah.
about that?
Yes,
Sorry,
yes,
sorry,
yes,
sorry.
yes,
I thought you
yes.
were talking about the trim of the car.
No,
Oh yes, that was. Oh yeah, that story was 2017 Saldana. We did 235 at the main West Coast event.
Mm.
Then CK Outlaws hosted an event in.
That's so and the guys.
Sorry?
Is it
Saud
Saud
Basa, yeah.
Basa.
He hosted an event exactly a month and a half later.
Mm.
And he invited me. He actually made.
But that was isn't that the first time the snorkel came out?
No, it wasn't out.
Okay.
Never came out. So it was a case of look, he's gonna sponsor me this event. There's too many chatter about it's impossible, something had to go wrong, timing equipment, too many question marks about
But that's usually the timing equipment thing we know in Cape Town, that's an age-old thing. As soon as somebody makes a big jump, then it's a timing.
Then the question, then there's a lot of questions. So that's what happened. And then Saud asked me, look, am I willing to go through and back it up? I told him, look, I wouldn't mind, but it's a lot of PT, like, see what, but I'm willing to. If you can pull through something, I'll go through whatever I'm in.
Yeah.
Basically, I told him I'm in. He managed to put together an event a month later and we raced. I have some footage here of the races as well. There was a guy with us, he never had the traps though, but he managed to get hold of the
speed gun.
The speed gun.
Yeah.
And I managed to back up the same speed. Then,
okay.
Yeah, then in my last race of the day, I raced against another guy and it was a bit of an unusual outcome for most people watching the race. Because the way the race went, man. So the guy was like, pulled away and the guy was like disappearing in the beginning, man.
Was it a rear-wheel drive car?
No, it's a front-wheel drive
car.
It's a front-wheel drive car. So, my car has a lot of wheels, but I can't avoid it. Very difficult to avoid. Well, I can avoid it, but yeah. Anyways, and the guy gets going and midway through the race, okay, I say, okay, yeah, I'm starting to come and now I'm just going to sit there and hold on.
And that's usually the telltale sign of NOS.
Usually you would say it.
Yeah.
And I managed to close the gap and I managed to go again away from him, similar to the gap he made to me in the beginning. So he was like, yeah, it's impossible. It can't be, because they know this car has a good reputation in Cape Town. It's a very strong car. And the outcome of it was, well, let me just run back to before the race. They told me, look here, this is the last race of the day. You're going to do it with this car. As soon as you guys come to the bottom of the track, you don't get out of the car. You make a U-turn, because there's no cars at the bottom. This is the last race for the day. Make a U-turn and make your way straight back here. I don't know what it's about. I don't know what it's about, but okay, I'm going to do it. You should ask me. No problem. And we finish the race. And I show the guys it was good. We come back. The whole crowd is standing there waiting for me to come back. I'm thinking, what is going on here? And Mr. Van Oort, Loten Van Oort, he's the chair of West Coast Racing.
Shout out to Loten.
And then he made the announcement and he asked me if it's fine, if they could scrutinize the car.
Yeah.
I was happy.
Yeah, of course.
I was happy that moment. I thought, okay, this is now going to be...
let's close this door.
Yeah, let's close this door. It'll be a moment for me also to remember. Because we've been accused of using Nitrous for years. I'm sure there's some guys that are just in for the banter part of it.
Yeah, of course.
But it can also spoil the race.
Yes, of course.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's just that in our game, you can't have whispers like that. It's not liquor.
Yeah, but I suppose it comes with the game. I learned to initially when it started back when I built the HRX as a B20, it was a bit, I can't handle it, you know what's up with these guys. But when I came to terms with it, now actually I handle it more. It's like a joke for me.
Nickname Bunny, where does it come from?
Oh,
before you get to that, and then also, what's the story? I remember I was in the tuning scene back in the day. I was terrible at it. Not something I want to relive again. But I remember when you came on the scene, you were this young Thundercat just like coming up, and I remember talking to the other tuners and going like, who is this guy? Why is his car so fast? Something must be up. He must be either getting help from someone or someone, he's just the name and the face. He's too young to know what he knows. So what's the story with that?
I'm chuffed the way you put it down.
But it's true.
That's why I feel quiet.
That was my experience of getting to know you back in the day. This was like 2008, 2009 side of the world.
About 10, 12 years ago when we started, yeah. Well, look, to answer that question, how do I put it? I can't say I've always been a petrol. I actually started into it, I think, when I got my first car, back in 2003.
And just to be clear, you build engines, that's your thing.
Yeah, I build engines predominantly. We do maintenance work on Hondas as well, but the thing I enjoy the most is building the engines, taking it to the time and seeing what it makes. So over the years I've built good relations. For one, the main guy is the tuner. He's obviously played a pivotal part in it, which is Herman from Mace and Dwayne as well. I've had assistance from a lot of good guys who was always willing to help. Apart from that, I persevered. I did build my first couple of engines. Was like, hey, I'm gonna put this thing together and I'm gonna see what I can do, man. Then it broke. Then the next one lasted longer. Then the next. Now I think
And was this customers' cars or your own cars?
No, my prep was on my own car. I started with my own car.
You kind of have to do that. Eh?
Yeah, there's no other way. I was gonna take a chance and make my name bad, if you know what I'm trying to say. We went out and boom, we were the fastest. We built the fastest VTEC in the country, which was at the time the VTECs were very popular. The Civic VTECs and
yeah, everybody had it.
Yeah,
I remember the guys with the red ones. They were just everywhere.
Yes.
The guys were bringing them down from Joburg,
Durban. Yeah. I don't think there's any left in Joburg.
They're all
down here. So it was a big fight at the time, and look, there's still obviously the cult that's happening of the car, like a following.
But it's evolved like into. It's not B16 anymore.
No, yeah.
And those days are gone now.
Those days are predominantly gone. Yeah. So that's where it started, and I don't know if that is possibly the year where you were speaking about it. And we hit it there, and
so you went from completely unknown to building the fastest VTEC. So you can understand why the Nasru was spreading. So and the nickname, where does that come from?
The nickname, it's not a funny story. It's just something like that nickname I got the day I was born. That's all I can say. My mother has a couple of good friends, like a whacker or so, yuppie type.
Yeah.
My mother's also a very yuppie type of lady. And it just came from the day I was born. It actually disappeared. It reappeared.
So your friends didn't give it to you, your family gave it to you?
Yes, my family. It reappeared. I don't like to. When I started the racing.
But I tell people, I'm speaking to Riyaad, they say, Bunny. I say, yeah, that's the same guy. But, okay, so methanol, ethanol. What's the difference, and performance-wise, what's the difference? I know ethanol is grown on a farm, right? It's organic, right? It's organic fuel, if I'm not mistaken. And methanol is, I don't even know. So I'm just going to hand it over to you now.
Okay, you're going down the street.
So what's the difference to you?
In terms of how it works in a car, we have tried, like I said, different fuels, from F-gas to 109 to, we've tried them all. The difference between ethanol and methanol, ethanol is, like you say, plant-based. It's a much cooler type of fuel. So you'll find that on a natural aspirated car, they don't guarantee to give you much more power. They do, it does however give you much more consistent power. So you'll find
so heat soak and those things don't play as much of a role.
Yeah.
Okay.
So your car's much more consistent. We've tested it on a dyno, myself and Herman. Herman has his knowledge. Long ago, it was my testing, and he was telling me, it's going to be like this, and I was like, let's see.
Yeah.
It was like exactly like this. He has a wealth of experience, so and then I learned that from ethanol. It gave marginal gains, but not anything to write home.
Okay, so ethanol is not going to give you big power gains from pump fuel.
On an NA car.
Okay.
Yeah, turbo, we're talking a totally different story.
Okay.
And then methanol on the other hand, also cool, even cooler, runs the engine even cooler. It's an oxygenated fuel. So
it's got oxygen in it.
It actually has oxygen, you can say it has oxygen in it. So when you basically racing with it, your engine is getting more air.
So which means you can add more fuel.
So now you have to run, that's why you have to run double the amount.
So it's way richer than.
Yeah,
Then.
it's a bit richer, but you run double the injection size. If you
Oh, is it? Okay.
So that's what it's all
So you're an NA expert. Are you gonna go? Well, we know you're gonna go turbo. That blue CRX they brought to your house. You watch the first video, you'll see the CRX gets revealed. It's a little Easter egg there. What's the story now?
I think I'm gonna close the chapter on the NA side of things soon. Yeah.
For yourself or for your customers?
No, just for myself. Just for myself. I feel like I need a new challenge. I hit my goals, I'd say, with the NA route. For me to pursue further, I mainly looked at it from a feasibility point of view. Man. Is it going to be worthwhile for me to go further with this thing or not, or is it going to be better for me to explore a different avenue? I went to the new avenue. It's going to be a bit of a different ball game for me. I'm going to learn also a lot more, which I'm always open to. And yeah, hopefully we can grow from that.
You're not going to do the NA route unless somebody else comes up. You might consider reopening the chapter if somebody else comes up.
Actually, no, I wouldn't. I don't think I would. If someone were to take off my speed, the speed that we put up, I'd actually be like, someone actually beat it. I'd be happy for the guy.
How has that changed?
I know it will take a bit of someone that will really put in a lot, I think.
And you more than likely know them and know of the process.
I can see who the possibilities of who's capable of doing it currently, of the guys that's racing. I can see that. Yeah, and if they take it off, I think I'll be happy for them.
Okay, lekker. And so the turbo thing, your CRX turbo, what's the story with that? What's gonna
happen there is I'm starting to get hold of parts here and these slow.
So this is happening.
It's actually rolling already. Sooner than I thought. It's not something that I'm in a hurry to do.
Okay.
So it will be probably like a 2-year project. I don't want to kill myself to finish it financially. So yeah, I'll just roll with it as the parts come in. What I'm looking for specifically, I'll purchase it. As for the setup, it will be a K series. K series turbo.
K20 again.
K20 for starters. I'm not gonna go big.
Oh, so your previous one, sorry, was an H23, wasn't it?
It was an H23. Yeah. It's a completely different family of motor. So the K series is a lot more superior in terms of tech. In terms of engine design, it's much more better also. So I think it's actually on the forefront of in a 4-cylinder engine.
It seems that way. All the record breakers in the world are for the most part K series.
All Ks, yeah.
That's why your H series one was unusual. H22, we always know that H22 makes power.
Yes.
H22 was always, it's a big engine, it makes a lot of power. I didn't even know that H23 existed until you told me about it.
Yeah. Yeah, the H23 was an engine that only came out in Japan for the Japanese market. So there wasn't a lot of them to catch at the importers and that type of thing. And I asked Mike's place in Epping, I actually spoke to him, I told him, you just can give me this engine now. And lo and behold, they phoned me like a month later, hey, we got the engine. I was like, I'm now.
So I know we're jumping around here, guys. And,
sorry.
No, that's not your fault at all. But this is my first podcast like this. But we forgot to talk about the intake and the engine of the current car. What's the story with the intake? You said you went through 4 intakes.
Yeah, I went through
4 different designs.
I started with throttle bodies with a certain stacks design. Then I went to a different set of throttle.
Because a lot of the guys are going with the stack setup now, the snorkel.
The induction kit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I ended up, I had a custom one made, which was also with a stack still out the front. That was 2017. Saldana had that one. And then the latest design I ended up
with. That's the snorkel.
The snorkel one, yeah. That one I ended up with, I knew I was going to take the car off the road for this race season.
Okay, so that is the non-street legal setup.
We could say that, yes.
Okay.
That's exactly what it is. So I was willing to do what I needed to do.
So is it better than a snorkel?
Is what better than a snorkel?
Is the
snorkel better than
the...
I gained quite a bit of power.
Because it's right where the air needs to be. The air doesn't need to travel through a hot engine bay to get to the intake.
Yeah. Look at it's a tried and tested design from a couple of guys who has actually had big success with it in the States. And I communicate with these guys here and there also, and how I ended up doing it was I had the right guy to actually manufacture it for me. If I never had the right guy to manufacture it for me, I would have done it.
Yeah.
And this guy was like, no, you can't do this. This guy builds like ships that travels the world. You know what I mean?
So you'll be able to handle
You'll
this.
be able to handle this. And he gave me, and I was like, okay, let's do it. I gave him a couple of pictures that I found on the net, and he incorporated his own bit of, savvy in it and his own design here and there. But the outcome of it was exactly what I was expecting, so I was happy.
Yeah. And the main thing is it works.
It worked. Yeah, I gained big power. I gained I think it was tested, it came to 14 kilowatts.
Yo!
On in a car, that's
a hell of a lot.
That's a lot, yeah.
Because especially on a car like that, it's already so high strung.
Yes.
You're not going to get much more out of it. So, Riyaad, that's it from us for now. We might do a part 3 down the line, who knows? There's so much to talk about the car of yours. There's so many layers to this thing. And I'm sure is this the first time you've spoken like this about your car or what?
Yeah, it's the first time I actually had this type of...
But you're not shy to give the information away.
No, there's nothing to hide, actually.
Because I find usually, I don't know anymore, but I know that in this tuning scene, a lot of guys tend to hold on to the information and they don't talk about it. But hopefully we're going to change that because you won't be the last tuner we have in here. I think maybe I must get Bergman a call. I've been meaning to chat to him about Suspect for ages. Let us know in the comments below what you guys think, who should be next. I'm thinking Amber Manka. Herman, if you're watching this, I'm going to tag him in this as well.
Tag him. He's actually leaving soon, so I think you must
What do
tag
you
him
mean,
very soon.
leaving where?
He's, I don't know if I'm able
okay, we'll turn it off the record. Off the record. Okay, so then
brilliant job opportunity. Something he's really enjoying. Yeah, so I understand. I'm gonna miss him because he's a good friend of mine.
Yeah.
We became a bit better acquainted lately.
Yeah, of course.
So, yeah.
Now then I think I need to lock him down. Anybody else, any other suggestions? And let us know what you think of the format. We'll kit out the lounge better in the coming months and make it look more like a studio, and get better audio as well. But take one, podcast episode 1, I don't know what I'm going to call it, Aerospace Podcast